Hey everybody, Graham here. Things are really popping off in a couple of areas. So first of all, let's talk about Eliza Blue, since that's what I've been talking about recently. So, she has started striking YouTube videos. The YouTuber Fair and Balanced did a piece on her which got struck, and anybody who used video from that also got it struck, if I'm not mistaken. And she's been going after a lot of creators. Now, this is kind of backfiring on her, since it's just spurring more people to make more videos. This is the Streisand effect in full flower. She's trying to cover her tracks, and by doing so, she's only attracting more attention to herself and, more scrutiny on her story. But let me just show you some of the things we're talking about here. Some of the videos that have popped up over the past day or two. Here we got Tug, Undoomed, the Quartering again, Lotus Eaters, and back to Tug. So that's just, that was me just going through my YouTube page now and screenshotting the thumbnails for various Eliza Blue videos. So there was some issue with her. She had gone on some podcast or other, and she said something that was a little disturbing, which was that she said in her ideal world, there would be a way for young people to consent to activities with older people that are very much frowned upon in current society. And so that's got a lot of people sort of questioning her abuse story, because it looks like she may potentially be abusive. And there was also something that somebody found where she was apparently bragging to a friend about how much money she'd been making escorting and trying to get her friend into it. So I'm not making any categorical statements about whether or not these things are true. It's just, it looks like stuff that people have found, and they're putting it out there, and she is freaking out, and she's trying to delete everything. At least delete everything incriminating. The problem is that she is a clout chaser, or as Jeremy from the Quartering says, she's a clout goblin. But it's hard to both disappear and clout chase at the same time. So there you go. Now, as far as Twitter goes, this is still very much a very big mess. And if YouTube is taking down videos without cause, then they've got a problem as well. Clearly, they've been taken in by a grifter. And speaking of grifters, we've got some more C Boozy news. A fellow named Marco took a little look at the code for Boozy's Twitter clone called Spoutable and discovered that let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. Discovered that there is an off-the-shelf Twitter clone called Calibri. And he took a look at the code for Calibri, and he took a look at the code for Spoutable, and it's more or less identical. So basically, Boozy, who's holding himself out as some kind of, web development genius, this sort of self-taught guy who knows all about AI and machine learning and all that stuff, is buying his Twitter clones off the shelf. And as I've observed a couple of times on Twitter, I am trying to learn the programming language Python. And as I'm going through videos and tutorials on YouTube, I'm finding a lot of, videos that are like 5 beginner Python projects. And Twitter clones are a very popular Twitter Python project for relatively new programmers. So it's not even that hard to build a Twitter clone, apparently. But Boozy went and bought himself one. And that's what he's touting as his work. He bought it. He took a couple of months to sort of tweak it a little bit so it looks like what he wants. And there it is. But the other thing is that it exposes users' personal information in a way that's very much not secure. So if you're on Spoutable, I'd say delete your account, because probably there's info about you on there that you don't want getting out. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you don't care. But the point is, it's not a secure site. And the other point is that Boozy is once again holding himself out as some kind of technical genius, and he's really just buying stuff. I mean, this is something that this is something that I could do. Like, I could probably do just as well as Boozy with my very limited web development skills. I mean, I know HTML, I kind of know CSS, I kind of know JavaScript, so, anybody, this is not really any harder than like setting up a WordPress blog. So the other sort of piece of this puzzle is that in order to reduce bot activity on Twitter, Elon is getting rid of free access to the Twitter API. So this means that Boozy's bot Sentinel is likely to lose access unless he's paying for access to it, which I kind of doubt, since it doesn't look like he really likes to pay for much of anything, except software that he can pass off as his own. But Boozy went a little nuts when he saw Marco's thread. He, I guess, was threatening to call Marco's employer and stuff like that. He seems to be getting a little bit desperate. So that's what's going on in the world of Twitter and YouTube grifting. That's the way I'm going to send you off for the weekend. By the way, yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of this channel. So, yay! Aside from that, I think I said in my my New Year's video, I opted to go for a year-end thing instead of a 1-year anniversary thing, because February 2nd, I mean, aside from being Groundhog Day and James Joyce's birthday, little random piece of trivia that's stuck in my brain, first of the year seemed more appropriate. Anyway, that's it. That's your internet grifting news for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're all doing great. Have a great weekend. If you're in the Northeast, it's going to be frigid tonight and tomorrow. So, make your plans accordingly and stay warm. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Have a good one. Graham out. Bye.